Check. Go. Set. 70 Andy. 59. Switch.
Check safety. Kill.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I'm going to run you over. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hey, Charlie.
Check. 59. They can't hang with us.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. Like 20.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin.
Here we go. 180.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's put him on the bus.
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Check. 59. Hey, I'm coming.
Garoppolo again. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes as a gain of 30. 7 on 3rd down. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Mike, check. 59. I'm coming.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Mike, 54. Pick me up. Here we go.
I got this.
Stay at home. Mike's 5'4". Let's go, deep. Tighten up.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. The quick slant caught. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And across the track into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Their own 20-yard line.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 43. Go right.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
3 down.
Get 300.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
Inside. Flip again.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down.
Win 18.
Down to lose 1.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
258. 630.
Go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Check 31. Hey, 88. Buzz.
Mike 1.
Go to 50.
Bring it. Here we go. One's the mic.
Hey, Zoo.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Here we go.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third.
Hey, watch your legs.
Hey, gun.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's Gurley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Switch, 150. Hey, you block over here. Jump out. Hey, Haywood.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Nick Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
3rd and long.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Hey, 626.
Who that? Switch. Watch the eye. Kill.
Over.
Here's Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
I got you. Hey, watch that. Check, man.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
We got this.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Hey, exit. Mike 8. Tighten up.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He gets it to Cooks. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
At their 48-yard line.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
You got three down.
Right.
Check 25.
Kelly, don't let Kelly.
Gurley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And it's third down.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Steve 6.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
No. 258.
Drop them.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Kill.
Slam.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. But now it'll be third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
SOS. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check it out, Reed. Check.
To throw on third down, Rodgers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. Being chased out left. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
65. Bravo!
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Don't get nervous.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go!
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
General West. 11. I got you.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check 59.
Garoppolo now. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 25 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go play action here on first down. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. Where the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Come on now, let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Rodgers now to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Rodgers now on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a draw play for Gurley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Inside. Over.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Looking for Woods that time. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. 21.
59
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention he deserves. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you got a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
1, Omaha. Hey, gun. Hey, orbit.
Garoppolo looks to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
21.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He can't get him down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Tight end right, tight end right. 3 down, 3 down. Don't move. Whatever you do, don't let 89 go deep.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Move. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down. Switch, switch.
Back on. Go to 50.
He's crashing.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 3. Mike 3. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Check 99.
Hey, Mike.
99. Shoot, shoot.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Yeah, able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
First down, Rams.
Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they'll look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Touchdown, 49ers! 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. Where the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Switch.
Rodgers going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going up top for Kupp. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for the Niners. 54 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Now Garoppolo. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Bandit. Bandit. Mike's fine.
11. Hey, Foxtrot. Get hot.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Now the ball comes loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun?
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Come on, let's go. Shift. Check. Fresno. Under 10. 10.
Right now. You got 58. Back one. Flip again.
Now Rodgers on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Well, they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
30. Go.
Mike 1. Drop deep. Here we go. Here we go. Runs the mic. Watch 1.
Get that quarter.
And again, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Lock!
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Niners, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.